Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
In an effort to serve you better, GUT Credit Union has moved its Grandans branch from the Lamaki complex to the Excel Plaza. This new location provides more convenient parking with access from two entrances. The first is from the lower parking area and the second is at the top parking area on the same level as our office for easy walk-in access. Visit GUT Credit Union at our new location and experience the comfortable atmosphere with the enhanced member experience you have come to expect of us. Our Grandans office is open 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. We hope to see you soon. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening to our viewers and listeners, and welcome to the GBN Television News for Thursday, February 17th, 2022. In the headlines, SGU Chancellor willing to create job opportunities for Grenadians in the IT sector, but with about half the pay as their U.S. counterparts. Prime Minister reiterates that he would not support providing incentives for workers who choose not to get vaxxed. Royal Grenada Police Force moving its operations from paper to digital. Coming up in GBN Health, we keep the microscope on cancer as health officials focus on closing the gap to cancer treatment. Coming up in regional news, 2 sisters die in firebomb attack in Trinidad, and internationally, almost 100 people confirmed dead following massive mudslides in Brazil. And coming up a little later in sports, Grenada loses CONCACAF opener in the Dominican Republic, while the West Indies are hoping to rebound in second T20 against India on Friday. The details of these and other stories are straight ahead. Stay with us.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening once again. I am Blossom Alexis Welsh with the details. Top story tonight, Chancellor at St. George's University, Charles Modica, is seeking to realize another dream with the establishment of IT companies in Grenada. And while the initiative is expected to bring employment for Grenadians, the proposed salary will be less than what employees in the U.S. earn. Gerard Joseph has tonight's top story.
Grenadians may get the opportunity to work in the IT sector, but will receive no more than half of the salaries of their international counterparts. Chancellor of St. George's University, Charles Modica, says, added to the U.S. $30 million grant to government, the university is willing to invest and partner with IT companies in the United States to bring benefits to Grenada and its citizens.
We want to become an IT nation that allows for development of platforms here, coding and all the IT world terms and jobs that you can think of that are right here in Grenada, because we can teach people how to operate in those fields. We want to do it with some of the people, some of the giants maybe in the United States, some of the smaller companies in the IT world.
Chancellor Modica says the university's curriculum will be modified to suit the cooperation with these IT companies, as job training will be provided for Grenadians. It is the latest ideal of the founder of St. George's University.
After that, you will be able to have them as employees based in Grenada. They don't need to leave. We've learned from the pandemic, the world is a lot smaller now. It has shrunk. We can have these jobs and these companies have satellites right here in Grenada. staffed by people that they helped to train and that we worked hard to train.
Chancellor Monica notes the wages to be offered are not intended to disparage the qualifications of Grenadians, but to take advantage of a niche market.
But it's the economy, and this would be the case in all the Caribbean countries, as well as many countries outside the United States. They're certainly greater than China and other places, but I believe we're in a very good niche right now. And
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell also addressed the concerns of Grenadians receiving 1/3 or half the wages compared to the employees based in the U.S.
It is unrealistic to expect that a company would leave the United States and come to any country and have to pay the same salaries that he's paying, or something comparatively speaking to that of the United States. That's the incentive to come, in fact.
Meanwhile, St. George's University is also making it mandatory for its medical students to offer their services at the General Hospital and healthcare centers across the country. The Prime Minister was in high praise to SGU and its Chancellor Charles Monica for constantly solidifying its place in the Grenadian society. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
The issue of minimum wage remains a major concern among citizens who have toiled and continue to struggle, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, during a media engagement with St. George's University on Thursday, says minimum wage is a continuous variable in any country, including Grenada.
And I know the Ministry of Labor is working with the stakeholders, with the unions and others, to look at a new minimum wage, but that it requires consultation at all levels. Just remember, while it is easy for the government to say, let's increase the minimum wage overnight, maybe you could say, let's double it. The fact is, the unions might be happy. The government might have problems because it has to meet its fundamental wages. But you might have the business come in and might say, well, look, I have to close down because I'm not able to meet that level. So there must be thorough consultation among the stakeholders, the union, the government, the businesses, and other stakeholders in the country. And
for the first time, Chancellor of St. George's University, Charles Monica, has publicly spoken on the issue of the unvaccinated workers at the institution who were left jobless as a result of requirements being enforced. The issue is currently before the Labour Commissioner for consultation. However, SGU gave unvaccinated employees until last October to conform to their vaccine requirements or be terminated by January 2022. Here's Gerard Joseph with this report.
Chancellor of St. George's University, Charles Monica, during a press conference on Thursday, says they are standing by their vaccine requirement for faculty, staff and students for entry to the compound, despite the position of the Technical and Allied Workers Union that there be exemptions for employees who wished not to be vaccinated. As it stands, these workers no longer have a future with SGU or are entitled to compensation for their years of service. The SGU Chancellor notes that the decision was made on the advice of esteemed medical experts.
so there's no question that the vaccination protected those employees that got it and their families. And the ones that didn't, for whatever reason, were not protected.
While empathizing with workers who chose not to be vaccinated, the Chancellor says the rules apply to everyone.
I respect that. No one ever forced anyone to get vaccinated. But we cannot allow that employee to come on when we're telling the students and faculty, and the students are paying tuition to be there, that they have to be vaccinated.
Members of staff who chose not to be vaccinated were left out in the cold and debarred from entry onto the compound in June last year. According to Chancellor Monica, no worker was fired, but it came to a point where the positions had to be filled.
We did provide their vacation pay and other things, but we can't reward them for not doing that. And the 92% that were vaccinated, I think would be vexed themselves if they learned of that.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell maintains that he will not support providing incentives for workers who chose not to vaccinate.
So it will be difficult, in fact, immoral in my view, for me to say to someone who has refused to protect himself by vaccinating, and I know the consequences of this for his own family and himself, and to give him an incentive to go and create a job for him so that encourage others not to vaccinate. That will not be a very responsible position.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
The Royal Grenada Police Force is preparing to launch a new initiative that will move the operations of the force from paper to digital. Cherry Blackman Stephen reports.
The Royal Grenada Police Force said it is now embracing technology and moving the operations of the force from paper to digital. This will be done through a project that aims to improve youth crime and violence policy making and programming in the Southern and Eastern Caribbean. During GBN's To The Point program on Thursday, the new initiative was announced by a member of the RGPF, Inspector Alan James.
Let's speak about is basically something called PRIMIS, PRMIS, which stands for Police Records Management Information System. It's a digital online web-based platform that the RGPF will be using in order to record reports and incidents reported to the police on a daily basis. So more or less moving from paper to digital. So that's the new platform in which the RGPF we are heading into.
Inspector James said the project, which falls under Carry Secure, started in 2019 and is funded by the United Nations Development Program and the United States Agency for International Development. He said, however, that after the launch of a pilot program, they realized that more can be benefited from this initiative.
And added to that, we realized people just basically to record incidents. That's all we could have done. So the project decided that we should move a little deeper into something called PRIMIS, Police Records Management Information System, meaning you can record incidents, investigate incidents, traffic accidents, and things like that. So added to that, the project moved to that phase among all the donor countries.
Inspector James said the development of the program software application is being done by a company in Ukraine. He said that on realizing similarities within all their police forces, the 8 donor countries requested a platform that suits their specifications. He said the task now is getting police officers up to speed with technology.
Presently, for PRIMIS, we had identified 3 pilot stations. So we divided the 14 of us into 3 groups, and we decided to start with 3 stations to ensure that they understand the application and they can use the application. So the 3 stations that we use 3 stations in 3 of our division. In the Central Division, we have the South St. George Police Station. In the Western Division, we have the Southwest Police Station. And in the Eastern Division, we have the St. David's Police Station. So these are the 3 stations presently with the training and pilots. And we are also looking forward to our launch on the 24th of February, that's next Thursday, at the Grenada Trade Center.
And as we end the first segment of news, GBN is following reports of a serious accident in Boucherville, St. George, which occurred at around 2 p.m. today. According to information received by the newsroom, a Subaru car and 2 parked vehicles clashed. The driver of the Subaru was a lone occupant, and a full emergency deployment, including members of the traffic and fire departments of the RGPF, were elected on account of how severe the accident was. The information received by the newsroom also states that the lone occupant of the Subaru was transported to the General Hospital in what appears to be serious condition, and he is awaiting medical care. Investigations are looking into the circumstances that led to the accident. This is GBN Primetime edition of news. Coming up, GBN Health keeps the focus and the microscope on cancer as health officials focus on closing the care gap.
Good day, Mr. James. I'm just here looking at Grenlec's new mobile app.
Sounds great. Can I use it to check my bill balance?
Absolutely. Let me show you. Enter your account number and Grenlec access number, and that's it. You can now check your balance, track your usage, receive outage alerts, and get updates from Grenlec in real time. You can even use the app to report a power outage or a fault with a pole or street light. Add as many accounts as you want. Track your business account, apartment rentals, and Granny's account, all in one convenient place.
Thanks, Susan. I'll be telling everyone I know about Grenlec's new app.
The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
It's finally here. The long-awaited historical drama, Julian Fedon, is finally here. One man with a sense of destiny. 14,000 slaves with a dream and a promise.
Tonight we stand our ground. Tonight we stand on the side of history.
Julian Fedon, presented by Heritage Theatre Company in conjunction with the Grenada Broadcasting Network, the Grenada Cooperative Bank, the Grenada National Lotteries Authority. Opening Saturday, 12 February, 7 p.m. at the Trade Center, and continuing. Experience the conflict.
Close down their churches, every one of them.
Feel the passion. The epic drama of a people caught up in a desperate struggle for freedom.
Seems to me like you are trying to get yourself killed.
Julian Fedon, bring out the entire family and enjoy an experience in Grenadian theater.
Get the kind of value you love that's unmatched at Courts Now. We're unmatched in quality and prices. Get appliances, electronics, furniture, and much more. You will love it. Get it now and pay nothing for 30 days with Ready Finance. Plus, shop now and get a chance to win a luxury staycation for 2. Now that's unmatched value. Only at Courts. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply. Offer ends February 28, 2022.
It will be a showdown between the Spice and the Reggae when the senior women's national team hosts Jamaica Reggae Girls on Sunday, February 20th at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium in the CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers Road to Australia and New Zealand. Kickoff time 5 p.m. Get your early bird tickets now for just $20 at the GFA headquarters at the Queen's Bar. All COVID-19 protocols will be in full effect and patrons must be fully vaccinated to enter the venue. Grenada versus Jamaica, CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers, Sunday, February 20th, 5 p.m. The Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Come, let's support the Spice Girls.
The more you mind your business, the less you mind your car. The less attention you give to your car, the more you draw attention, but the wrong kind. Our business is to make sure that no one rides on your car and to see to it that when you pull up, you do so in style, clean and crisp. JP's Magical Car Wash, Morris Bishop Highway, 419-5855.
Ridgeway Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. For more information, contact Ariza Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
My grandson feel he was a big man before he reached secondary school. Telling me about new gadgets to make life easy. But he busting up the food his granny cook with her 2 hands. And Kern's a good boy. I know. I raised him. I know he doesn't like seeing me work too hard. He worries. Before I had my first heart attack, he was excited to live near his university campus. So I felt guilty when he decided to live at home to take care of me. And get into class and back, he would travel, he said. But I got him a little car anyway, much safer. He graduated, recently got married, and he's doing well for himself with all his tech. He still thinks he knows more than me, but to be honest, I don't know how I would have managed without him.
Your life is your story. Let's help you write it on your terms.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to the news. GBN's weekly health feature is continuing to focus on cancer as the month of February is recognized internationally as the month of cancer. Tonight, we delve into the theme, Closing the Care Gap to Cancer Treatment.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grandans, Victoria Street, Brandon, and Central Deputy Street, Wall. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
There are many reasons why some people develop cancer, and for some, proper and accessible care is easy, but for others, that may be a challenge. It is with this in mind that the theme being used in recognition of February as the month of cancer is Close the Gap. Roxanne Benjamin, Health Promotions Officer in the Ministry of Health, is advocating for a more leveled playing field for people to access cancer care.
We need to be aware that there are reasons why persons succumb to cancer. There are reasons why persons find out that they have cancer when it's at a late stage, and it's because of those barriers. Yeah. So the theme Close the Care Gap is really trying to ensure that they put effective approaches into place to ensure that these barriers are removed or reduced to an extent that access to healthcare can be made available for every single person, not just here in Grenada, but globally. Yeah.
In Grenada, she believes the gap remains wide open.
The reality is that we know that that's not happening here in Grenada, because I can clearly think of situations where persons have been diagnosed with cancer and has to raise funds, whether is they have an event, whether they have a bake sale, whether they have a motorcade, and that is why the team Close the Care Gap is focusing on ensuring that things like that happen.
A lack of education and awareness is another contributing factor towards the increase in cancer.
Persons are not as informed as they need to be where cancer is concerned. And one of the reasons why I say that is that you would find a gentleman saying, I'm not going to go and screen for prostate cancer because I don't want no doctor inserting their finger into my rectum. And they say if he understands the importance of the screening, then his decision might change. And so that is why I'm saying education is key.
Here are some suggestions Ms. Benjamin shares on encouraging people to get cancer care.
The most effective is education. Raise awareness. So rather than me going and tell a gentleman, you should go get screened for prostate cancer, rather than me telling a young lady, you should go and have a cervical screening, have them to understand what is the importance of having that done. So you say to the gentleman, you know what, the 10 seconds you might spend in the doctor's office could save your life. You might end up, you don't do it, you end up with prostate cancer. The physical pain associated with it is not a nice pain. The pain that you would leave for your family member, because you might leave a wife, you might leave children, loved ones behind, and that pain is really, really unbearable. So you have them to take that picture into light so that they understand that it's not just about them, it's about those that they love as well.
Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN Health.
A number of goals have been set between the Government Public Workers Union and Department of Public Administration to be achieved in the short term, aimed at bringing immediate relief to contract workers. Let's get more in this report from Janelle McDonald.
The Public Workers Union, through a press release, says it has received a firm commitment from the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Mitchell, concerning contract workers. The commitment surrounds workers who have been left out of systematic increases as bargained for by the union, and promises as an interim measure a 4% salary increase within the shortest possible time. This announcement came out of a meeting between the Public Workers Union, the Prime Minister, and the Department of Public Administration this week as they discussed issues burning the union, especially contract workers. The release expressed satisfaction with the Prime Minister's and DPA's acknowledgement and understanding of how disenfranchised contract and unregularized workers are without the benefit of any instrument of appointment. Other goals have been said to be achieved in the medium and long term. These medium and long-term goals were agreed upon on the basis that regularization may take some time. The union and DPA committed to ongoing discussions and monthly meetings to see an amicable solution to contract and unregularized workers. Tuesday's meeting lasted well over 2 hours and was reportedly cordial and frank. For GBN News, Janelle McDonald.
In other news, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell is pleased with the progress of the first phase of his Legacy Project, an enhancement project which includes the Bushaju area. Let's get details in this Joseph Kador report.
The first phase of work onto the Prime Minister's Legacy Project is proven fruitful, and the man behind the work says he is impressed with the progress so far. The first phase includes enhancing the Dragon Bay area with construction of a vendor's booth and interpretation center and the upgrade of the bathroom facility. Prime Minister Mitchell says the opportunities for the Dragon Bay area are endless.
I realize the tremendous importance of this area and the value. So when we see the opportunity that with the culture park right there, the beauty of the place for tourism activity, the fact that we can train people for a serious livelihood in this area and development. I sought the help of the Chinese and I said, look, before I leave government, I want to be able first to have a vendor's market in the Bushaju stretch, to be able to for a tourist stop that would an area just like this top in Granite Town and other places. Given the history of this place, you come here, you go to the Bushage area there, and you can buy all the artifacts, you can train the people to run some of the booths that we're going to put there.
David John is the contractor of the project. He says completion of a decent restroom facility is near.
Create restroom facility for the public, per se. Tourists likewise come to Dragon Bay or intend to go to the sculpture park. Whenever they come show, they can have a decent restroom facility to go to. We are constructing there 4 bathrooms, 4 toilets, 2 bathrooms. The bathrooms will it will be divided into 2 sections, male, female. The male section will carry an additional 2 urinals with face basin. The ladies section will have 2 additional face basins. But you also design it so that the disabled could access it very easily. So you have a disabled access.
The Prime Minister's vision is to improve the communities within the Northwest area. Joseph Kador, GBN News.
And now let's turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Akisha John has been looking around the platforms.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz Report.
In tonight's Social Buzz, we turn to GBN's To The Point program for the thoughts and opinions of viewers and listeners. On the topic of introducing Premise, Police Records Management Information System, a digital online-based platform that the Royal Grenada Police Force will be implementing to record reports and incidents, transitioning from paper to digital records. You, our live audience, took to the comment section and phone lines to air your views. Alistair Wirewood Sr., Blessed Morning, Spicy Grenada, near and far. Joseph Kador and guest. I am still begging, as all Grenadians do, to get situations addressed. Please, have body cameras and tasers. Let's not be shooting our citizens for a little squabble. We are not bad people. Kipling Francis. Police duty is to prevent crimes, but some police would wait until a crime is committed and then fight to solve it so as to get a promotion. Alison Cox Asplund. A police department is not only an organization, it is also an institution. Cynthia B. You can only talk about the way we can prevent crime, but at the end of the day, you can't stop it. We are the ones to stop it. And finally, Jervis DeBrio said, certain key security bits should never be disclosed. That is it for tonight's Social Buzz. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
And still ahead, a British High Commission hands over walk-through temperature scanner to the Ministry of Health. More news is next.
On Sunday, February 27th, Mega Force Promotions present the 36th edition of Waggy Team Virtual Bingo. Purchase a ticket now for your chance to win US $10,000. Tickets cost only $10. Get yours today from numerous box offices island-wide in Grenada. If you're playing overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. So, if you need cash now, remember, Sunday, February 27th, join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggy Team Virtual Bingo and win!
At Southern Electrical, you get the best value, quality products, and expert advice. We are the #1 supplier of residential, commercial, and industrial electrical products in Grenada. View our latest arrivals of wall lights for interior and exterior, beautiful chandeliers, pendants, solar motion lights, kitchen appliances such as crispy air fryer ovens, crepe makers, countertop grills, and more. Visit Southern Electrical at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George. We also ship to Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Call or telephone number 444-3042, WhatsApp 405-4993, or browse our website www.segrenada.com.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Introducing Color by Sissons. Color by Sissons.
Sunday, February 27th, it's the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
This is the last time that you will hear me for a while. This is the last time that you will hear me for a while.
Don't miss the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Tune into this station Sunday, February 27th, 3 p.m. Eastern Caribbean Time, 2 p.m. Jamaica Time.
If there was a product that helped with the cold, flu, bronchitis, sinusitis, laryngitis, and allergies, and still does deep cleansing for your pores to restore natural beauty, would you get it? Yes? Well, there is. The 2-in-1 facial and nasal steamer is here, and it's available locally at The Boss Collection. The 2-in-1 facial and nasal steamer provides deep cleansing while clearing nasal passages and loosening impurities. Get yours now from The Boss Collection, booth number 6 on Halifax Street, St. George's, opposite Farm and Garden Center, or in Grenville by Rachel the Nail Tech, upstairs Superstore, opposite Peter's Photo Studio. Call or WhatsApp The Boss Collection on 954-600-0200.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flu.
Welcome back. The British High Commission handed over an arch temperature scanner to the Ministry of Health on Wednesday. Health Minister Nicholas Steele accepted the gift on behalf of the ministry. He expressed gratitude for the new equipment, adding that working together has strengthened health systems as the new scanner places Grenada at an advantage in detecting foreign viruses.
There is a legacy from this, and that is our recognition that we're all in this together, that it is only together that we can get out of this. And as part of that legacy also is the strengthening of health systems throughout the world. This a gift of a scanner will assist us as we move forward with our ability to have control over our borders for future. This will not be the last time we are threatened health-wise anywhere in the world, but we are better off for it because of this assistance.
Resident British Commissioner in Grenada, Wendy Freeman, says the temperature scanner will add to other health and safety support provided by the UK government to Grenada.
And we know that no one is safe until we are all safe.
The UK is very proud to have assisted the government of Grenada last year with vaccines, both through the COVAX facility and also bilaterally in August, and with the consignment of masks from the UK company AstraZeneca last year. Another consignment of PPE is expected shortly from the UK's Department of Health. So we look forward to continuing this cooperation support to the UK government and government of Grenada.
Another consignment of personal protective equipment from the UK's Department of Health is also expected to arrive soon. The handover was held at the office of the British High Commission in Lansapine. And now let's take a peek through the GBN I Saw lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN I Saw is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's I Saw features rum in Grenada. Our I Saw reporter says an island famous for spices might as well just be as well known for rums, and this is definitely the case for Grenada. The benefits of having such great quality of both spices and rum mean you can find some of the best rum punch mixes on this island. Notably, there are quite a few rum distilleries in Grenada. The rum produced on the island is sold locally and exported internationally. If you want to find out more about the rum making process in Grenada, visit the River Antoine Royal Rum Distillery, which is the oldest water-propelled distillery still in operation in the Caribbean. You can also go to the Grenada Distillers Limited, the home of Clarkscourt Rum, which is the largest distillery on the island. This distillery produces rum, light and dark liqueurs, as well as blended and spiced rums. You can also visit the Westerhall Estate, producers of Westerhall Rum, which started out as a private agricultural estate that produced coconuts, sugarcane, bananas, and limes. We thank our I Saw reporter for this distilled submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Stay with us. Coming up next, the weather, followed by sports and our probe around the globe.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Let's start the new year on a high, a detox high, because it's detox time again at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Check out our many detox packages starting from $100 or get 15% off on colonic irrigation therapy. Detoxing can help with liver and blood cleansing, weight loss, constipation, acid reflux, kidney stones, heavy metal removal, gas and bloating, and more. Call or WhatsApp us 1-231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. Ask about our delivery options. Visit us now. Bruce Street Mall, store number 1208, or Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. Our opening hours are Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Detox, your way to health. These specials ends on March 31st or while stocks last.
prescription failed, or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Glenwood, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
And here's the public weather forecast for the state of Grenada. Tonight's minimum temperature, 24 degrees Celsius. It will be mostly fair and windy, increasing in cloudiness by morning with light to moderate showers. Winds will be east-northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 24 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas will be moderate with waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters. A marine advisory remains in effect, so please take note. Tides will be low at 12 midnight and high at 6 a.m. Looking ahead to Friday, sunrise is at 6:29 a.m., sunset 6:15 p.m. The weather will be partly cloudy and windy at first, becoming fair by midday with brief morning and nighttime showers. Then on Saturday, sunrise is once again at 6:29 a.m., sunset 6:15 p.m. It will be mostly fair with brief morning showers. And then on Sunday, sunrise and sunset 6:28 and 6:16 respectively. Mostly fair and hazy conditions are expected, becoming partly cloudy overnight with light to moderate scattered showers. And that's the weather report and forecast valid for tonight and the next 3 days. Stay tuned. Sports is next. Good evening, sporting fans. Let's bowl off this evening with cricket. West Indies will be looking for a change of fortune when they play India in the second match of their T20 series on Friday morning. The Windies lost the opener on Wednesday by 6 wickets, led by Nicholas Pooran, who batted an impressive 61. Speaking during the post-match briefing, the right-hander says the team remains in high spirits.
Again, it's our batting. I think we played the spinners fairly okay today. Just for us to continue that, continue to build partnerships. I just negate the spinners a bit better, to be honest. I think today we are better in two minds how to go about them, whether to attack them or just keep them out of the game. And we got caught in both minds there. So small fix, in my knowledge, I think it's a small fix. It just has to be a bit clear to for the next game and just come out and execute our plans.
Captain Kyron Pollard says consistency remains the formula for success.
For us, it's about consistency. We had a very good series, I thought, against England. We faltered, a couple of times, with the bat. In the back end of the innings, we could be, a little better at executing, as well. And, fielding performances, we can take it up a notch, as well. So, again, that's a couple of areas I think that, we can definitely improve and, just try to be as consistent as possible as we would have seen, from a batting perspective, over the period we have not been as consistent, or we have not been consistent at all, which is facts. So we want to be able to try to, put that right with the limited opportunities we get in a shorter format of the game. So I think for us, it's about continuing to try to improve in all facets of the game and, executing, the best of our ability.
Game 2 bowls off at 9:30 a.m. on Friday, and you can catch ball-by-ball action on Classic 105.5, 105.9. Now let's move to football. Grenada's senior women's football team suffered their first major casualty of the CONCACAF qualifiers campaign. The Spice Queens lost to the Dominican Republic 9-0 on Wednesday night.
Guzman, the official. So many opportunities created. Hayame, the captain, started the game. This would be the first goal. Alyssa Oviedo, opportunistic, off a misclearance in the back. Just able to take it on her left foot and force a save from John, not able to come up with one. But all of that attack down the right side between Kara, Hayame, and Oviedo just proving too much in the first 13 minutes. There would be 4 goals to come, but that was the first one that proves to be the game-winning goal. Centellas finds Hayame out wide, very similar, does a little bit of her own, looks to find the near post, and just get a good strike on frame. She connects with this so well, but it's her first touch that sets her up, and just too much space for a player of her caliber to be able to take advantage of the space given by Granada for the second goal of the game. An unfortunate pass here in the first half for the third goal. Loreo comes on, shooting to the far post, just dispossessing, not allowing Granada to recover, and able to get on the scoreboard for the third goal to make it 3-0 very early on. Not only scoring, also assisting, playing Kara in, Oviedo for her second goal. She ends with a hat trick, but this would give her the...
The Spice Princesses will now look to bounce back. Grenada plays out of Group C alongside the Cayman Islands, Bermuda, Jamaica, and the Dominican Republic. The second leg of the qualifiers will take place right here at home when the Spice Princesses host Jamaica on Sunday. Kickoff is set for 5 p.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. And finally, now we move to international basketball, where the Lakers come back. LeBron James scored 15 of his 33 points in the fourth quarter as the Los Angeles Lakers won 106-101 against the visiting Utah Jazz last night. The Lakers also had to cope with an injury to Anthony Davis, who rolled his ankle towards the end of the second quarter and did not return. The Jazz led 79-71 heading into the fourth before James led the Lakers fight back in a dramatic end. Elsewhere, Greg Popovich, coach for the San Antonio Spurs, recorded the 1,333rd win of his head coaching career, moving him second in the all-time NBA list when his team beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. Only Don Nelson, who oversaw 1,335 wins during spells with the Milwaukee Bucks, the Golden State Warriors, the New York Knicks, and the Dallas Mavericks, remains ahead of the 73-year-old Popovich. Keldon Johnson scored 22 points to lead the Spurs to 114-106 win at the Thunder. And that's all the sports we have for you tonight. Stay with us. We'll have regional and international news next. Our regional news tonight begins in the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, where a pair of sisters are dead following a firebombing attack on Wednesday. Let's go to TTT News for the details.
In the midst of Wednesday's blackout, a home in Currap was firebombed at around 12:10 a.m. Two sisters, Amanda and Alicia Charles, aged 30 and 31, died. First responders to the scene were answering a call about a structure on fire located at number 60 Watt Street in Currap. When they arrived, they saw smoke emanating from an apartment building that was ablaze. A crowd of onlookers alerted responders to 3 people inside the burning building. The front door of the apartment was breached, and the 3 occupants of the apartments were brought out unconscious. The fire services and the emergency health services were contacted, and the victims were rushed to the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex. Upon arrival, Amanda succumbed at 12:58 a.m. and her sister Alicia was pronounced dead at 1:43 a.m. One man, 38-year-old Fidel Guerra, remains hospitalized.
Meanwhile, the government of Guyana is encouraging nationals to have self-testing done for COVID-19 to ease up the amount of traffic in the health sector. However, self-testing will not be accepted at ports of entry. Let's get more details in this report.
Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony recently called on citizens to utilize available COVID-19 self-testing kits at home once accessible as a method to manage the spread of the virus and limit the large amount of persons visiting health facilities to be tested. However, the health minister, while providing information on the local status of COVID-19 during Wednesday's update, revealed that the self-testing method would not be accepted from persons entering Guyana.
Home kit, somebody having a home kit and doing a test at home does not necessarily qualify or meet the requirements of travel.
Minister Anthony added that no country right now is accepting persons who have tested themselves at home for travel, and likewise, Guyana is not changing travel guidelines to accept self-testing COVID-19 results.
So if you're traveling out from Guyana going to the US, you have to go to a lab and get tested, whether it's antigen or PCR or a rapid PCR. And similarly, if you're coming to Guyana, you need to be tested by a reputable laboratory.
According to Anthony, Guyana travel requirements are explicit, only accepting antigen test results from a reputable health institution or a PCR test result. The new rapid PCR test results are also accepted for entry. Meanwhile, the minister noted that persons conducting home tests who have been tested positive should report their results to the Ministry of Health for database documentation. According to the Health Ministry's vaccination status, as of Wednesday, a total of 429,287 or 83.7% of the adult population had received their first dose of a COVID-19 vaccine, and 323,031 or 63% received their second dose. As for the 12 to 7 cohort, 33,217 or 45.5% received the first dose, and 23,840, which translated 32.7%, accessed the second dose. The booster dose tally now stands at 47,189. Reporting for the HGP 90 News, Joel Vogt.
And we move internationally, where at least 94 people have been killed in mudslides and floods that tore through a mountainous region in Brazil's Rio de Janeiro state. The disaster in the city of Petrópolis followed 3 hours of torrential rain, and Rio de Janeiro Governor Claudio Castro said the number of dead could rise as searchers pick through the wreckage. Almost 400 people have been left homeless, he said. Let's get more in this report.
After the sudden and unexpected storm, the surge for missing bodies. Emerson Torres said he was able to pull out his mother and one girl before the mud avalanche hit his bar. Hilda lost a niece and her niece's daughter. She's still looking for both and has lost hope. Carla Simões says she's come to pick up clothes and food to take to the shelter where she's sleeping. But like many, she has not yet come to terms with her loss. The number of deaths has been growing by the hour after Tuesday's unexpected rainfall, 230 millimeters of rain in 3 hours, the same amount expected for the whole month. It submerged streets and destroyed houses and vehicles. Petrópolis is also known as a summer getaway for Brazil's royalty when the largest South American country was an empire. The region suffered devastating floods and mudslides in 2011 that killed more than 900 people. Climate change and geography may explain part of the tragedy in Petrópolis. But there is much more, says Luiz Cláudio Vieira. Poverty is also an issue. Brazil's President Jair Bolsonaro tweeted from Russia. He said he'll visit Petrópolis on Friday. Elections in Brazil are due later this year, and recent polls show Bolsonaro trailing behind former President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. The devastation in Petrópolis is only expected to add to his woes. Monica Yanakiev, Al Jazeera.
That's regional and international news. We'll recap the headlines next. And now let's take a look back at what made news tonight. SGU Chancellor willing to create job opportunities for Grenadians in the IT sector, but with about half the pay as their U.S. counterparts. Prime Minister Mitchell proud of first phase of legacy project. RGPF moving its operations from paper to digital. In GBN Health, we once again put the microscope on cancer as health officials focus on closing the care gap. In regional news, 2 sisters die in firebomb attack in Trinidad, and internationally, almost 100 people confirmed dead following massive mudslides in Brazil. And in sports, Grenada lost its CONCACAF opener in the Dominican Republic, while the West Indies are hoping to rebound in second T20 against India, which bowls off 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. That's the end of GBN Nightly News for Thursday, February 17th, 2022. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. On behalf of the entire news team, I am Blossom Alexis Welsh. Enjoy the rest of your thankful Thursday.